Well, a Calgary business owner is happy to be back home in this city after getting caught up in all that chaos. She was manning one of her company's giant video screens in an outdoor fan zone when the crowd started to turn ugly. As David Boucher explained, she escaped the riot zone with barely minutes to spare.
This giant mobile screen, owned by Calgary-based ColossoVisions, was one of three that brought the Stanley Cup Final Series to fans in downtown Vancouver. Owner Vicky Dupuis was operating it alone when things started to go bad near the end of the game.
They were starting to yell at the announcers and yell at the screen, and then as soon as the game was over, then that's when the first bottles started to fly.
Before she knew it, people were throwing beer and pop bottles at the screen. Dupuis scrambled to get it down as quickly as possible, but the violence was escalating all around her and closing in.
At one end, the fires started to burn, and at the other end, the paddy wagons were starting to come in, and it was blocked up with people. When the mob started to come down, they were just noisy and bashing up against everything they could, and it was scary.
Dupuis says she and her $400,000 screen would have been trapped in the riot zone had it not been for city workers who helped clear the way. She was getting text messages from her husband, who was in Calgary monitoring Twitter, and reports that vehicles were being targeted.
It was just like, am I really here? You know, it was just very surreal. It's like, how do I get out of here?
Andy Soltesz says they had planned for a worst-case scenario with an escape route. It's a good thing they did.
We had no directive from anybody from Vancouver in terms of what to do just in case. And I can probably understand what they're saying. Last year with the Olympics, everything was fine. But I think the emotions run different when it comes to the NHL hockey that we have, and it's a lot different.
Soltesz says they've worked other NHL hockey series and never had a problem. So would they ever consider going back to a final series in Vancouver?
No, too much at risk.
I don't know, we'll see.
David Boucher, Global News.